Well, Lance, it's back to school day, but it's also back to hockey day for us. Rob Longley and Lance Hornby from the Toronto Sun here at the Toronto Maple Leafs annual charity golf tournament in Milton. And as usual with these things, Lance, there was a little bit of news came out of it. The big question on many fans' minds right now is what's going to happen with unsigned free agents Nazem Kadri and Cody Franson. And both assistant GM Dave Poulin and coach Randy Carlyle talked a little bit about it today.
The conversations have continued, but you know, they've been issued training camp invites. If they're not signed by the start of camp, obviously they won't be at camp. And from that point on, we won't talk about it. You know, we won't talk about players that aren't at camp. We'll talk about players that are in camp. And one point I think that we've discussed a lot with Nazem is Nazem has a very fair offer. And it's not salary cap related. I mean, there's plenty of money there for both of them. It's not cap related. We believe it's a fair offer. It's representative of the body of work that he has done in his time here. And you know, we're in a good situation with that moving forward from an overall money standpoint.
Randy Carlyle made it quite clear, if these guys aren't in camp, they're going to really set themselves at a little bit of a disadvantage with 8 preseason games.
Well, you know, Randy was saying, well, I'm not going to worry about it. It's like a player who's not here or an injured player. But you know what? They really could fall behind, especially with a team in flux like the Leafs are right now. A lot of things could come in. Injuries could happen. And I think at the very least, if they don't show up at camp, there's going to be some young kids, maybe a Morgan Riley or somebody who didn't get a look at camp, who make it a longer look.
Well, as always, there's this nervousness that comes when you start at the beginning of every year. There's obviously changes that do take place over the course of the summer with your hockey club, and I guess you'd say in June and July those things took place, and then now you've had a couple of months to digest and think about what you're trying to accomplish as far as a coaching staff, and this year's no different. We have that nervous energy, that excitement that excites in this market, and the expectations that have been put on our hockey club.
Yeah, Randy Carlyle made that very clear too. It's training camp, he says, but jobs are there to be taken. You know, it's cool though. Here we are, like again, the first day of school, but things are going to really ramp up quickly in the hockey world. The Leafs rookie camp starts later this week, and training camp a week from Wednesday. So it's hockey season, folks.
You look back in the years, and you've faced stiff competition. You know, kind of, you know, throughout your career growing up. I mean, there's always goalies. You know, there's only so there's a lot of goalies going for one spot, and so that this year, I mean, obviously with Bernie and even some of the other goalies, it's going to be tough competition, and you're going to have to be at your best right at the start. So it'll make for a good camp and hopefully a good year.
For the Toronto Sun, Rob Longley with Lance Hornby at Rattlesnake Point Golf Club in Milton.